What's going on, everybody? And on here, back from a couple days out with a little bit of head cold. For those of you who live in the Northeast United States, you know that the weather can swing from 50 degrees and not humid to about 98 degrees and humid, and it just absolutely wrecks your allergies. So, great time this time of year. But what I want to talk about is now that we have the spoilers out for Edge of Eternities. Edge of Eternities, in my opinion, is going to absolutely dominate what Foundations do. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they didn't print much of it. And, I think I've mentioned this before, that a lot of the information I have from Distro is the production numbers on par with Tarkir, play boxes being a little bit less, call it between 5 and 15% less. But what everybody is forgetting to factor in is now we have a giant wave of demand from Final Fantasy rolling into Spider-Man, and everybody looking for free tendies. And as we see the play boxes, the collector booster displays here, sitting at $330, knowing that distro price is somewhere in the $195 to $205 range, everybody's going to want to buy it. Everybody's going to want free tendies. And, the set theme is kind of what it is. But I got my first allocation today, and not a huge distributor for us, but I basically got 25% less than what I got for Tarkir, and that's with my spend being 3 times what it was when I got my allocation for Tarkir. And it's not the fact that the product is down, it's the fact that there's so many hands in the cookie jar now just looking for product. The FOMO is here, guys. And as much as I hate to say it, Pokemon's going to have a run for its money here. If they reprint a bunch of stuff and do anything stupid. Now, again, it's apples and oranges game-wise. But, these guys have figured it out. And it's super, super interesting. So, yeah, again, I ordered a lot of collector displays. And now the good news is it looks like the commander displays are okay. And by okay, I mean better than Aether Drift. But, again, the collector boxes are super light. And the play boxes are even worse. And, depending on which distributor you use and how they allocate, sometimes it comes down from the hand of God. Other times it goes to the actual rep, and then the rep has to, play God, if you will, and cut the baby in half. But, it's super interesting. Now, I haven't paid that much attention to the actual spoilers, but the lands are badass. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I can't tell on here if the lands are the special guest slot or if they've yet to release a special guest slot. Because if they haven't released a special guest slot, this thing is going to be absolute batshit crazy. And that's even, I don't think we had it confirmed in either direction, whether Sothera, the showcase, was serialized or not. Now, some weird thoughts that there's less than 500 copies of it being made. But if that was the case, then why not just serialize it? So, that one doesn't quite make sense to me. But, yeah, I mean, look, I think the set's going to be a home run. The collector boxes may not be 400 till it releases, but I can see this set surpassing Foundations because, A, it's at a more bullish time in release. B, appears to have less product of it out there. And C, I kind of thought Foundation sucked. I need more Llanowar Elves like I need a hold in the head. These are some cool new cards that, whether you like the space piece or not, they do look badass. And, Shocklands, even though they said they wouldn't, they are here. So, being said, just shifting gears very quick to Pokemon. I don't know if you guys saw, but there was some booster bundles that came out through distribution early this week. Paladin Evolved, and rumors that there's more booster bundles of Obsidian Flames coming out. So it does look like those super early sets may be getting some more supply. Now, I don't know what the volume is. I haven't heard anything from some of the big players. Also heard that Destin is coming out with another wave, at least through certain distributors. But it's going to be super interesting to see how much of it is out there. Now, two of the smaller distributors, they limit you to like 2 booster bundles. Like, who gives a shit? But, the real players where you can get volume from, I have not heard anything yet. So anyway, I think Edge of Eternities is going to be an absolute home run. Nobody's expecting it. I don't think up until recently nobody had any idea how little quantity there is. And the reason for that is they've been printing Spider-Man and Final Fantasy and not Edge of Eternities, which doesn't mean anything to anybody right now. Whereas you have 2 other massive IPs. So, yeah, I wouldn't sleep on the set. I don't think it's too late, but this is going to be one that just goes out there into the ether, and it kind of sits like foundations. So we'll see. So anyway, guys, like the video, subscribe, join the Discord, and have a great night.